Welcome to 100 Days on the Pixelmon Private SMP. I have a couple of goals in mind. Goal number 1, complete the Kanto Pokédex. Goal number 2, find a shiny Pokémon. And goal number 3, get a legendary Pokémon. That isn't in the Kanto Dex, might I add. So, day 1, I started off as Snivy as my starter. The reason I did this, well, I didn't do this. A wheel was spun for every player that joined the server, and sadly I got Snivy, which isn't a Gen 1 Pokemon, but this changes a little bit in the future. You'll see what I mean. So, before I could get to any starting, there was a tournament. I also found some quite interesting Team Magma grunts and Team Aqua grunts doing something. I don't know what was happening there. 2 people bought Shanks for some reason. I don't know how this was. It was weird. All right, but anyway, the tourney started, and before anything, I looked into the distance and I saw a migration.
I think there might be a migration of Hoppers.
Yeah, that was something. I was then up against a trainer called Nick, and he had a Torchic, and I died to Ember in 2 shots. That was on day 2. I spent day 3 training, and I caught 2 Pokemon. One of my battles glitched, but I made a boat, and then I started off, find a place to set up camp. Day 6 to 10, I spent day 6 mainly training. A legendary spawned in the forest, but I don't think I was near it at all. I crafted 10 Pokeballs, and then something amazing happened. I was just walking about, and a legendary Cosmog spawned at spawn. Now, I was quite confused on what to do. However, I did end up finding it. Everyone, and I mean everyone on the server, was panicking. People were throwing Pokeballs left and right, trying to capture this Cosmog. And, see, I didn't expect anything to come from it. I had crafted those 10 Pokeballs and caught a Togedemaru. Now, this Togedemaru was level 36, or 35, whatever. And it knew the move Thundershock, and I decided to take my chances with it. I used Thundershock on the Cosmog, and it used Splash instead of Teleport. I threw my Pokeball, and I caught it. I caught a legendary Cosmog. Days 11 to 16, I got an Adamant Orb from a Caterpie boss, which I leech seeded. On that same day, actually, I caught an Alter Form Zorua, which was pretty cool. It looked very cool and white, I have to say. Sadly, something happened. The server that we were playing on didn't have the Biomes O'Plenty mod installed, and so we had to make a new server. That means I lost everything in those past couple of days. However, I managed to get my Cosmog back. And as compensation, he is now level 30. At the end of day 13, I got a Weeping Bell. Day 14, I just collected some resources for a natural compass, or a nature compass. You'll see why. I also ate a pot noodle. I don't know why that's in my notes, but... Day 14, I fought a boss Zubat and lost, sadly. Day 16, I sent searching for ore. Found some Mewtwo's at spawn. I don't know what was going on there. I went on a little adventure with Cosmog. He looked very cute. I found a mob dungeon with just some flying gems in it. There's nothing really interesting. I found a village with a fire gym, and I stole some redstone blocks and then ran away with Cosmog. I crafted the compass and then started heading towards a certain biome. Now, this biome is called a Jungle M, and the reason I'm staying there is because one of my goals in this 100 days is to capture every single Kanto Pokemon, including Mew, Mewtwo, and all 3 of the birds. That's why I decided to make a house there. Day 17, I caught a horse called Ponyta, and I used it to ride to the jungle, but I don't really think it was good. I found a quest guy that would give me a GS ball, and, you know, so that was pretty cool. And to get to this jungle, to make my home, I traveled over oceans and through forests, you know. And at sunrise, I finally made it to the Jungle M. On day 18, I started placing apricots, you know, chopping trees, burning the jungle down, you know, the normal. Day 19, I started work on the house. Day 20, yep, still working on it. However, I did need to get a healer and a PC at my house, so I went mining. On day 21, I crafted a healer. And on day 22, another legendary spawned. Now, it was the legendary Zarude, and sadly, I didn't capture it. However, on day 23, a Tapu Lele spawned, but again, I failed to catch it, and decided to craft some Pokeballs, you know, bada bing, bada boom. I decided to get higher level Pokemon. On day 24, I captured a Noibat, which was pretty good. It was level 33. Day 25 to 32, I got some sand. On day 25, that's really about it. Day 26, added some windows to my house. You know, day 27, I started to switch train with an Incineroar that I found in the jungle. Day 28, I actually found an Excadrill to train harder. Now, I might add this to my team. As the time of recording this, I haven't added him to my team. On day 29, I waited for my apricorns to grow as I thought about some more house designs. You know, I wasn't really feeling this type of house. I also fought a Mega Gengar that used Perish Song, and obviously I won. I don't know why you use that, but sure. On day 30, I actually caught a special form Magikarp, and I finished the floor in my house. I just thought that was a cool little note to add. Day 31, I went on a big sort of training journey. I found a level 55 Incineroar, which was higher than my current one in my party, but I failed to catch it. I hate Roar. Day 32, something happened. I found a shiny Golbat. No. Don't get your hopes up, okay? It flew away and despawned, and I didn't have any flying Pokemon. It got to the point where I was riding Incineroar in the water. Day 33 to 47, a boss Venipede got dead. I don't know why I typed it like that in my notes, but sure. I guess I beat a boss Venipede. Day 34, I got lost in the cave and I couldn't really get out. That's about all that happened. Day 35, didn't do much except make more balls, and I found a quest to get to the end, which I might do. Day 36, I found a creation of Pokemon. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I tried to fight the fire gym, and I actually beat it. I wasn't expecting to do that for a couple more days. I got the heat badge and a Sunny TM, which I sold. I actually don't think I sold it. Someone by the name of Lost Souls, who plays regularly on the server, let me clean my fossil that I found in their base. And they also gave me Lord Helix? Is that... Oh, sorry. Something caught my throat. Day 37, I caught a Farfetch'd and a Bulbasaur. Getting closer to that full Pokedex. Well, Generation 1 anyway. Day 38, I got a Victory Bell from that Leaf Stone that I found somewhere, probably from a boss, I don't know. I crafted a PC and my Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur. At the end of day 38, Squirtle evolved into Wartortle. Day 39, I caught a Goldeen and worked a little bit on the house. Day 30, I caught a level 50 Pinsir and picked some Apricorns. I also evolved a Metapod for the Dex, but I couldn't ride the Butterfree. I caught a Tangela, also on day 40. And on the morning of day 41, I found out it was level 50, that Tangela that I had caught. I also caught a Graveler and went on to trade it to evolve it. Defeated a Zubat then. I also evolved Execute into Executor. Day 42, I captured a Grimer for the Dex, and I also found a Poliwhirl. And on that same day, I also captured a Kakuna and a... Day 43, I found a cool-looking ravine design, which I kind of like, actually. I also came across a village with a steel gym, and at night, I got an Obstagoon because high level. Day 44, I fought a Herdia in a raid with my Ivysaur. I also found a wild Riolu. I'm pretty surprised about that myself. On the night of day 44, I also caught an Electabuzz. Day 45, I found a Cell Battery, which I gave to Omanite. I don't know why I gave it to him. I also caught the Starly. Day 46, Oddish evolved. The small Poliwhirl that I caught evolved and learned Submission? What the f... I caught a Pokeball with a Pokeball. Somehow. I defeated a 4-star raid and actually caught the Pokemon. I got 2 extra large candies, which I used on my Ivysaur to evolve it. Day 47, defeated a high level Pokemon and saw a Fracture raid, but I failed it, sadly. For some reason, I couldn't send my Pokemon out while I was trying to use a PP up on them. And, there's where some issues come in. This is the end of the video. I know, you're probably wondering, it's only day 47. Sadly, I can't do any more days because the server owner is nowhere to be found, sadly. But, who knows? There might be another one coming. I just want to say, if you guys want to play with me, I will be playing on the server Pikadex. And actually, I will be playing on the Pika Core, which is a hardcore version of Pixelmon. So it's 100 days in hardcore Pixelmon. I'll see you guys in the next 100 days.